but you're really not like fam. You're fam. Like you're that person that I call when I need help. Anyways, today is one of them things where I'm sitting here calling down to the jail and trying to get some satisfaction. I'm like, hey, got somebody here that needs a new bed, and so I'm requesting a new bed. But do you suppose that I ever get a bed? No, that just can't happen. You call up, they don't listen, they don't answer their phones. Everybody you call to, their numbers don't go through, and I get it. It's 4 a.m. You call med staff, they say that's not my problem, and then they hang up on you. I have a way of dealing with people that don't want to answer their phones and don't want to answer the hard questions. Okay, let me get this straight. I've given you, let's say $300 in the last week, just the first week of her sentence. And so I bring money down there and I make sure that, there's money on the books and they get their room and board and that they get their money. Okay, so as a tax paying citizen, what are we to expect? So if we call up and we make a request, why are our requests not valid? And why does one shove us off to the jail and one shoves us off to medical? Either way, we're never right and we're always ignored, and there's no validity to what we're saying, which is, hey, this person has a mattress that has no padding in it, or they don't have a pillow. Um, Common sense here is that when I was in there, we had to make our own pillows. We had to make our own things. And there was a Asian guy or Chinese guy we used to go to, and he used to take the mattresses, the old ones, cut up the foam, and then stick them in the pillows, make them into pillows. He used to braid stuff up on the ends of the pillows, make it look all nice, but they were really comfy. He did that from inside the jail, just no knife, no nothing, just tore the stuff up and got it done. My question for you guys is, and I put their phone number 367-4321 down at the Minnehaha County Jail. Please do not call them. Um, I think it's option. You can press 4 for very important people, attorney-client, privilege. You make sure you show them some love so that they understand that they have to do things for us. We are the people, we pay our taxes, and at the end of the day, we do have another president. And what has not changed in what I'm seeing is their attitudes. Their attitudes down at the jail. Their attitudes that they can. Okay, let's get this. The ATM machine. I go down there and I put hundreds of dollars on the books, right? And I say, well, how much do you need for room and board? And what does she owe? And they say, well, we can't. We just take that $10 at a time. Well, I keep putting money in there, like they just keep eating up the money. Well, look, it's yeah, I get it. It's $10 a day, but if you're taking more than that $10 a day, and you just sucked up $90, but then again, I understand there's commissary and stuff like that. Um, what's up, Joey? What's up, Eminem D12? Uh, Poll votes. Oh, we got a poll. Quiet Sunday stream. Yes, no, that's not an accurate poll on the screen there. So don't push the button for that active poll. Should be, what do we think about Minnehaha County? Uh, Corrupt, not corrupt. And here's what I seen. You go down to the ATM, you go into the lobby, and they keep taking your money at the ATM machine, and they won't take it in person. So it makes you, and the max you can do. So I figure it's like a game, like a video lottery game. You push 100, and then you push 5, or you push 50 or 20. And so I thought, well, how come you can only do 100 max in this machine? They get 3% or 10% on every credit card transaction. So every time I swipe my card on that 100, they're getting, let's say they get 350 or 10%, which is $10. Every transaction, they're making that money. That's sick. That's sick, you guys. Uh, you think that someone's working behind that machine, or that that machine takes $10 of maintenance per transaction. Such is not the case, boys and girls. It takes $10 to pay for the internet. It takes $10 to put that machine in that lobby. It takes $10 to place that there. Um, let's be real, that's credit card fees from the company. Who's making that money? Well, somebody in the credit card business is in San Jose, California. Not anywhere around here, probably, but let's be honest, all the big banking stemmed and stimulated from the state of Sioux Falls, South Dakota. It's all been here. First Premier Bank, Wells Fargo Bank, all these big banks that do big business dare to get in their way, um, dare to get in their way like Timothy McVeigh. They don't like people like him because he didn't like the banking system. Not everybody knows that, but I make sure to bring that to light. Is that one guy didn't like Sioux Falls, and Sioux Falls was on the map as bad banking practices, and that was back in the 90s. This place has been really corrupt for a very long time, and it goes unnoticed. So people get loud, they say something, they say what's wrong with this place, and then they move on, they move out. It's racist. The officers are biased. They're man haters. They're just certain things. They kick you out of town if you're a criminal, whatever. It kind of has a feel of like West Fargo, where if you go into an upper scale neighborhood, you just get kicked out. It seems like you get picked on if you don't come with a truckload of money, and you're not going to and from work. So keep in mind all those fees at the ATM, no matter how much you pay them. And remember, if you want to give them a call, it's 367, uh, what was it, 4321, 367, I think it is 4321, or 4, I forgot already. Um, I can look, 367, hold on. I mean, you can ask them why their fees are so high. You guys can do your own due diligence. 3674321, I think. I'm looking it up on the other phone here. Hold on. 3674321. Area code 605. Um, this is not, that's not the America I live in, where I pay my taxes and I got to be treated like a second class citizen at your machine. Hey, just go to the machine, keep putting money in while we keep taking it off the account on the other end. That's corruption. That's very violent. That's actually very misleading to people that are putting hard-earned money in that machine, and you keep swindling and taking and pilfering off the top. You're working on OPM money. You're working off of hard-working people's money. You take people captive when they have already been placed on the EM, and then you say they don't qualify, yet they've gotten their medical marijuana card, yet you still shoved them in jail. Um, I just, I have no respect for someone that doesn't abide by their own rules, code of ethic, laws, or what's written in the black and white by a judge. This judge has consistently effed me over. She has, I told her, I'm not going into court with you. This judge does not play nice, doesn't play fair. She doesn't belong on the bench. She belongs hanging. And I can't be any more clear on that. If I was dying, it'd be the last person that I asked for help in my life, period. I will never, ever go back in front of her to get visitation with anyone in my household or my family. She has no bearing, no weight. Uh, let's just say that. there's some things here that must be talked about. I'm trying to think of her name. It's not even noteworthy anymore. She was on my case. She's in previous videos. Um, I'm sure I could Google her. I don't care to. Um, I've Googled her before. Um, it These people hide behind a robe. They have no respect. They claim they want court decorum, but they keep shoving everybody in jail, prison, people that are nonviolent, um, DUIs, things that have no weight, no bearing on um, what it is to be a working class citizen, go home, have a drink at the day, end of the day, and enjoy your life. Um, they don't know what it's like to be addicted or to be have a substance that they themselves have put in the liquor stores to get everybody feeling good and act like it was a good time when they were younger and then all of a sudden claim it's a problem now. Um, the problem here isn't the people. It's not we the people that want what we want and know what we want and know how we want to live. You live your life how you want to live your life. You're free. Do as you please. Certainly don't cower to black and white on paper or a judge sitting up on a bench that just takes your money, that tells you what you need to be doing. No, what I need to be doing is staying the course so that I can live with myself in accordance between me and my God, between me and my birthright. If something's keeping you from that or keeping you from someone else, okay, there's issues here. You know, what needs to be taken care of here? Trump knew it all too well. And here's the thing about Donald, he knows what needs to be done. He knows that the house needs to be cleaned. Now, is he going to do it? Yes. He's already done it in my book. Because when you nominate your cabinet, he quickly gets to work and he quickly decides who wants to work, who he sees fit. And that's not just, oh, that every president does that. It's that he handpicks his people and other people get ousted. Hey, you got to go. Or you're not working with us anymore. We're just done with you. You're old, you're out. New person's coming in. Whether this is perceived as what you want it to be or not, here's what it really is, I think. People voted for him. I voted for him so that he could come in and ruin America the way it should properly be ruined. To know that he'll do what every other president won't do. He'll do the hard work. He'll get to work, cleaning house and firing people and making America horrible again. Because that's what South Dakota wants, right? They want all the money. They don't want to do anything for it. Just go to the ATM, get your money out, pay your 3%. They don't want you to work on a cash basis. They don't want you to have cash in your pocket. They don't trust you with cash. They don't, nothing. They want you to squander and live frugally and pretend like you're poor, living paycheck to paycheck. They don't want you to save any of your money. They want you to stick it all in banks so that they can rob and pilfer at 3% and 10% charges per day. Um, the people that came up, work in this industry, the people that continue to make people poor on a daily basis by 3 and 10%. Um, just imagine walking out of your house and everyone that spoke to you, you tax them 3%. So the fact that somebody comes up to you and says, "Hey, can I get a tire?" Yeah, for 3% of your income, total income. Please don't ask me for any goods, services. I won't work for rice and beans anymore. I won't do it for 20 bucks. I want 10% of what you're worth. I can see what you're worth, and I look you up online. This is what you're worth. So as a judge, if you make $100,000 a year, I as a contractor am not going to come into your house and redo your whole kitchen for 20 grand when you're worth $600,000 or a couple $1 million, two, three. No, your net worth is what I'm going to tax you. So you need to pay 10% on that million for that bathroom. 10% to get your plumbing done, your drains unclogged. This is how it works because this is what you do to us at the ATMs down at the jail. This is what you do to the poor people. So if this is what you're doing to the poor people, then here's what the poor people should really do for you. We should make you pay tenfold, and then we should put you and lock you into contracts that you're going to pay high yield interest on because of the way you're acting, because of the person you are and the status you're trying to hold, and the public position of power. You know, let's just be honest here. I don't feel respected in America. But here's what I know is going to happen. Trump will dismantle the country one port at a time. He will disrupt goods, shipping, service. He will, what you are so used to spending so much money on, he'll stop it. He'll stop the goods and services coming in from China. He'll stop the garbage, the junk that we don't want from other countries that's plastic and toys and things that cause cancer and rubber hoses and stupid stuff that we just don't need. Walmart doesn't need and shouldn't stock on their shelves. It's making people sick. Cat food, dog food that's making people sick. It's not from around here. It's not from our country. Who knows what they're putting in it? It makes our animals and our pets sick. Um, I know this is kind of a rant. I know this is kind of out there. People don't want, and they're not going to like my opinion. A lot of them, a lot of my own people or people that you consider friends. You're like rah rah Trump. Well, yeah, yeah, rah rah Trump. He's going to make sure that we don't have any money in our pockets. We have to tighten our belts, and we have to start going back into a recession. Uh, it's not that we owe money; we print our own money. We have been living off the backs of the bruised for a very long time. We've been living off the backs of the Mexicans. We've been making blacks build our buildings. We've made, and I should say that more terminology correct, African Americans, Hispanics. If you want a proper term, if you don't, just say Mexicans. That's fine. Um, do I like them over here? Do I? Yeah, I need people. I need someone right now with a strong back, and I need someone to help me load and unload furniture, appliances, anything that these stores offer to ship. That's how I make my money, right? Off of the backs of the bruised, off of Home Depot, off of Menards, off of these people that ship massive amounts of stuff. And really, what it is garbage. Everything I ship is garbage because at the end of the day, it means nothing to me. You want a Milwaukee box or a tool or a pack out? Go ahead. Shove two, $300, and then you want to pay 40, 50, 60 for shipping to some farmhouse out in eastern fucking the sticks because you take a tractor, you run a tractor all day, or you run your own company or your own construction company, but all you're doing is building wealth for America. But I'll take your $60 and head an hour in one direction or the other. That's fine. Um, as much as you want to click and have it shipped right to your front door within minutes, okay, I'll do it. Tell my last breath because I'm getting paid a little bit, but where I don't make the money is in gas. Where I don't make the money is in when that vehicle goes down. But what I do know is there's lots of vehicles around. You just got to jump in the next one and make it work. And no matter how many they break, you just discard them, go buy yourself a new vehicle. Don't fix them. It's a consumer thing, like everything else. If it runs down the road, I'll drive it. Um, Again, as far as the jail goes, we want answers. We want solutions. I don't like to spend my hard-earned money on people that are just incompetent down at the jail. It makes no sense to me. It's very disturbing that you can work so hard and get nowhere and spend so much money on so many different accounts, and they just keep taking. They won't tell you why they're taking. They won't take you. They'll give you no itemization of what the inmate owes. There is no bill that you can go down there and pay. It's just fictitious. It's made up numbers. You owe this. Okay, but you're not going to give someone a pillow, or you're not going to give someone a mattress that has proper padding in it. Again, uh, basic human rights. And you don't acknowledge. You won't even acknowledge that there is a problem. You won't acknowledge, and you won't answer the questions. Even when I'm sitting right in front of your face, you just blow me off and lock the doors. You know? Why can I not have my... I got pissed. I went to the attorney's office. You want to stick people in jail, but you don't want to give them their visits? You're damn right you're going to approve my contact. You're going to approve me going down there visiting, and you're going to approve me on a video visit regardless because of how much money I pay, because I'm the only person out here paying your shit. Um, I don't like to swear, but where swearing is necessary, then swearing is necessary. Right is right and wrong's wrong, and at the end of the day, they're taking your wealth. They're taking your money, your hard-earned. They're taking our hard-earned money. They're jailing your kids. They're putting your kids in prison. They're filling up the cells with the people that, the undesirables, or the people that you don't like them because they're not pretty. So you don't want to be with them. You want to make a homeless guy. You want to fight over the car. You want to squabble over fighting about whatever it is you're fighting. You want to make someone homeless. But at the end of the day, if you just decided to love the people that you're around and treat them with kind, caring respect, you wouldn't have all these homeless, displaced people. If you'd quit doing the substances, if you'd quit smoking, if you'd quit drinking, if you quit the abuse of everything, you could have a really nice life. And you could have a little bit of food in the fridge. You know, on our end, there's things that we need to do to live right. And when I say live right, just in the eyes of the Bible, in the eyes of God, in the eyes of how you feel morally, physically, you should be living. And I know you know deep down from when you were as a kid what felt right, right, what was wrong. When you hit little Johnny with the stick, it's not fun. That wasn't right. When you lied about your brother, you knew it wasn't right. And there's so many instances where, yeah, there's bad brothers. There's good brothers. There's good people around. But I don't want the bad. No, we reject the bad. That's what we've done. That's what every tribe has done. They shun what is not right about their community, and they try to clean it up. But look at how that's working in Sioux Falls. It's not clean. It's dirty. It's filthy. Shootings last night in Brandon. Cops shooting people all the time. It's filthy. This is the most disgusting place I've ever lived. And I've lived in gang infested. But you know what? There was more pride. If you got shot, it was because you looked at someone funny. If you got shot, it was because you was disrespecting to yourself, the person sitting next to you, and to the person walking down the street. See, my business isn't your business. We can get down to business and we can do business, but when you disrespect me, we can't do no business. See, that's where it ends. And if you look at me funny, we're going to take care of business. You know? That's how it was growing up. Do I think that's how it should be? No, I mean, part of that was why I left where I was at, was because I didn't like that mentality. But that's exactly what has been cultivated and cultured here in Sioux Falls. Um, there's no policing anymore. You don't see them. You, they're too busy. They're being kept busy with the next gunshots. They're being kept busy with all the people that are getting in accidents, and they got to sit there and write a 15-minute report. Um, Again, who's the corrupt? Who's the This isn't, do you want to be a victim anymore? This becomes, do you want to be the change and just stop paying into what is taking the money? Um, I won't let money dictate what I do. Um, I'll sit here and live penniless, broke, and nothing to eat and nothing in the fridge. And that's fine for me. For some, it's not. Some cannot fast, some cannot go without. But for me, I have to do, I don't know. It's like I do know, but I don't know how to tell other people what to do or how to do it. That is up to you because that's your own free will. How you choose to live every day is a testament as to how sacrificing and loving and kind and caring you are. Um, but it's self evident that 90% of people that I run into are very horrible people. Um, that there are no unsinners. They're all sinners, and they've all fallen short, very short. Um, Evident to me that what needs to happen is this needs to happen to Sioux Falls. It needs to happen to the jail. It needs to happen to the judges. It needs to happen in a grueling gnashing of the teeth so that they understand over the course of 30, 40 years of doing this that the wheel never quits. The people never quit. People don't just lay down and take it. That what is right prevails. And that what is in the darkness and then just keeps lurking to take from you and take your wealth and take your family and take your people away from you, that is set right on all sides. You know what I'm saying? That rock just bounces right back up and it never quits. It just goes on and on and on. It's infinity. To know that they can't just throw you off your square. You know, one told me, a little birdie told me, he says, just protect yourself. Yeah? What am I protecting myself against? Little old you? Little old you with a gun and a badge? Am I protecting myself from you? Did I do the one thing you thought I'd never do? Go to prison? See, you can't touch me in there. You can't get to me. You can't even come in there even if you wanted to. See, you want to serve a motherfucker with a protection order. You want to come in the gates. But see, I just turn and walk the fuck away from you. See, you don't got no rights no more. All of a sudden, I took them away from you. Is that right or is that wrong? But I tell you what, I'll put God in it. See, those pieces of paper you're holding, where? Where'd you get them from? Where'd you print them off of? Who sent you? Whose work are you doing? Whose name's on those pieces of paper? Who are you hurting? Because you ain't hurting me by handing me some fucking piece of paper. Get it right. Come back right. Get down on your knees and tell me in front of God that you as a man can do that to another man. That you're in the right for doing what you're doing. Because I'll tell you what, we come over to your house, we're going to look at how you living. We're going to look at your kids and we're going to evaluate. Are you feeding your kids? Or are your kids over at the neighbor's house out in Flandreau eating because of one of my friends decides to feed the sheriff's kid because the sheriff's kid ain't got nothing to eat because his daddy's at work all day and doesn't cook for him? How come your daughter's out after hours? How come you ain't taking care of your kids? Who's being neglectful and who's not feeding and who just keeps going to work thinking that they're making the community a better place? Meanwhile, you neglect your own kids. But let's talk about neglect, right? Let's talk about uh, deprivation of love. You know, um, just remember and understand this. It doesn't matter how I'm doing tonight. It doesn't matter how anyone's doing. Um, Physically, mentally, morally, I don't care. You're weak. If you got a problem, go fix it. Go solve it. Um, if there's something you want, go get it, is what I'm trying to say. Like, you got to be a man. Stop being a pussy, you know? Um, there's going to be some things that I say to you that make you be a man, make you take accountability, and make you make others take accountability for their actions and what they do and say in front of you. You hold them accountable. Now, why you say that? Why'd you talk like that? Why you telling me that? Why you telling me to go do that? Why you giving me the runaround? Why you don't respect me? You know, this is common sense, no bullshit. See, it's not about the president. It ain't about who's president. It's about me right now in the moment. Okay, if I don't like you, then I ain't gonna fuck with you. I ain't gonna deal with you, and I ain't gonna come down here. Um, Again, I'll send my friends down. I'll send my friends to call you out. You know, whatever. Again, I'm setting up my candles. Dang. Time for another cup of coffee, hey? It's 3 a.m. That's how I get my morning started. I'm up before they even get out of bed, before they even put on their long johns. I'm still up. Yeah, that's kind of cold. Thanks for coming. Thanks for sticking around. My neighbors probably hate me at this point. You want to know something? I don't care. You know why? Because I do me. You don't do me. I do me. When you pay my bills, you can tell me what to do. See? Don't take that free shit. Don't take that free handout. Don't take what they giving you. Don't accept what they giving you. I gotta take from the rich farmers. I know who's got the money. Just gotta go find it. It's not, it's common sense. You got money, we come. We work. We work very hard like an immigrant. We cower our heads and we just take the handouts you give and then we just roll on. It's good coffee. It's nice and warm. This window's got a draft. I gotta get it shut more. But look, I appreciate y'all for coming in the room. Appreciate y'all for being here. Stand up for yourself. Don't think of yourself as a sheeple. Um, I don't just be the man you want to be. Be the person for your kids that your dad was never for you. Uh, be stronger than you ever thought you'd be. That way, even when you're weak, you're still strong because you still have a lot to give. Penniless, broke, you still have the wisdom that they'll never achieve. You'll still have the loyalty that they'll never, and the respect that they'll never garner. The things that people want. And you want to know something? I just had someone last night say, I want you to be my sponsor. After listening to me speak, I want you to be my sponsor. I can't tell you, I can't tell you what it's like to be respected and to know what I'm doing is right and to know that other people truly they need it. They want it. They don't want to live life like they've been living it. They want something new. They want a life that they never thought they had. They want to know where it all went. They want to know where it got robbed from. They want to know why do I feel like this? Why do I feel like and I can't go into it. I'm not gonna. Because I hope that's my respect is for the most part. I mean, I tell you guys what's going on in my life. I invite any one of you to a meeting to know that you're strong in and of yourself. You're a king in your own right. You're a God in your own right. If you sit with God, if you sit to the right of God, if you take his hand every day, you're just as strong as him. A braided cord is very strong. Um, what rock do you sit on? And with who? And if it's alone, I'm with you. You just don't know it. But I'm sitting right next to you, and all you got to do is grab the branch. It provides. It may be thorny. You may get a little cuts on your hand, but the juice that you taste is going to be so good. What is offered is insurmountable health and wealth and just never-ending abundance, even when in nothingness. Just to sit and dwell and be in your own space. You never look at anyone like they're a throwaway. You don't look at anyone like there's no judgment. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter what you're about. It don't matter. Like, it's the ability that you want something better for yourself and you know who you need to go to. It could be that your sponsor, you just don't see it. You don't quite get along with them. You don't like them. There's always someone that if you really want, then you got to stick around people that don't do none of that crap. If you want shelter and refuge, there's a warm place. There's a place to go get coffee. Sit there for hours. If you don't want to lose your life, you'll go the other direction. You'll walk the straight and narrow path. You will not deviate. And you won't let it slip. You will consistently stay on the same path. I can't say the same about a judge, and I can't say the same about an ATM. You'll consistently let that money, you'll give your money to that machine. You're a slave to that machine. But I can say something about a good person because that good man will do the same thing over and over and over and over, and he will not falter. Just like a good dog. He'll always come back. He's always faithful, and you can let him off the leash. He'll never run away, and he'll always protect you. If you want to live your life, you live your life like a dog because you know nothing is beneath you. You live your life right. You walk with pride, meek, prideful only some of the time. Prideful in knowing that what's right. Prideful in knowing the facts. It makes no sense, but prideful in being nothing. Prideful in being everything. that nothing is something, and that nothing that you think you're looking at is everything to someone else. Humbling yourself down to a level that I got this no matter what. These people they're not in my way. They're just they're figments of your imagination. This is just a moment in time where it all passes. They withhold medications that people need. Sometimes they help and they don't give you medications if you don't need them. Um, Sometimes you got to get clean, and you got to get clean for real. You can't just be faking it. Sometimes you got to go through the hard work to get to the spoils and the riches that I or we or anyone that's living with a clean body, a clean mind, body, soul. If you do what he wants you to do and you're called to do so, do it. Take the trip. It's a good one. If you need to go get baptized at the water and wash the sins away, just do it. Jump in the river right now. Go walk down to the river. You say, I can't do that. It's too cold. Well, if it was to save your life, would you do it? Bet you would. Because if you knew that was what was holding you down was your inability to let go. Your mind won't let you let go. It won't let you let go of yesterday, and it won't let you let go of what you're going to be doing tomorrow. But just imagine staying in the moment, not letting anybody get on you, not letting anybody get the free ride, taking it for yourself. It don't matter how poor you are at the end of the day. It don't matter if you're sitting in a blanket on a tent on the side of the street. You're richer than half of those people that think that they're rich. You still sitting there struggling. The cold's beating on you. You got to work a full day just to get $5 just to eat. That's good. You just scrounging for what God gives, God's scraps. You're not scrounging. You're just fasting. You're being calm till someone's nice, and you might wait a long time for someone to show some love, or for that bush to bear fruit. You may for the bush to actually produce a grape, you might wait a year, or you might wait 5 months, and you might have to plant a seed. There's something you might have to do to get the result you want. But if you can see the end result and stick it out, you can have something really nice and really beautiful. Um, these people, they don't know what they're doing. They don't know what they're taking. They're just do this, do that, come down here, do this, pay this. For what? For what? It's a joke. You can have all the money you want. I'll give you whatever you like. The money don't mean nothing to me. It doesn't. When I get mad and I'm going online, it's because morally you're not right. Morally, you got 60 beds there just waiting. But you want to let someone sit on a slab of concrete with a bad back. When they sit there and go to work 40 hours a work week when they're on the outs. And yet you want them to sit in jail. You're costing me $700 a week by keeping them in jail. That's money not produced. That's money wasted. Now you're playing with my income, and now I'm going to go play with you, right? It's just automatic. You don't have to say anything. Nothing has to be implied. Just that you're costing me $700 a week, so now I got to go find $700 somewhere else, right? It's common sense, dude. Like, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna go around your building and find $700? What am I gonna do? We're gonna make phone calls today, tomorrow, 367 4321. I mean, do not call. I mean, I don't know. What are we gonna do? How are we gonna waste your time today? Are we gonna come in there tonight for a visit and then talk to you for a half an hour and just waste your time? Is that what I'm gonna do? I'll get off making my money and then I'll come on down and then we'll sit and chit chat. And maybe I'll bring a cup of coffee. Um, and remember this. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love that you're all here. I appreciate that you're all here. Um, just know that have a good morning, have a good day. Stay in the moment. It isn't about me. It's not. You're on YouTube. You're doing what because you can't sleep or you can't cope. There is Zen. I got up. I listened to some blues today, which was real nice. Or Bart Simpson sitting there smoking, but at the same time he's just chilling, chill vibes. Um, I started my morning by calling up the jail. That's how I did it because they don't want to answer their phones and all. Apparently at 3 a.m. the police department don't got to be open. Nobody's got to be open to take your phone call, but they can take your money. They can take your money online. They can take your money on the ATM. There's things they can do, but we all know they fall short. And I'm not talking about the shortness of their manhood. I'm talking about the shortness that in their life they just could never obtain. They can't even see what I see. They can't even get a tenth of what I have or acquire in my lifetime. Uh, but you can protect yourself if you want. Keep that gun on your hip. Uh, get that taser ready. Uh, Also, you should really, really buy new cars regularly. I don't know. I want you to have a really nice, warm car you can get into and go around and beat people with your billy clubs. Um, Martin Luther King, like that was a thing. That guy was no, 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 not Martin Luther King. We're talking about a guy out of California, Rodney King. Is it Rodney? I think it was. Look, love the guy, love the man, because the man that you're gonna drag out of the car and you're gonna beat half to death, I love him. I love him every inch of his body. I love him. You beat him down, but boy, he lived a good life and died in his swimming pool. Um, George Floyd, another guy that I respect. I'll always respect till the day I die. I don't think there's any reason to not respect that man. That was a man. But what you had was a coward that was scared. He was scared of himself and his manhood. He didn't know. He had his little jujitsu training, and he just didn't feel inadequate that day. So he imposed his will upon someone else under his foot, on his neck. Joke, not a joke. Very serious, deathly serious, deathly. Caused many, many, many men to fall. Many good men, many bad men. George Floyd caused many things and change, and I love it. I love him for it. Minnesota is just in shambles over it. Uh, there's there's there is positive rebuilding now going on in Minnesota. There's restructuring. There are complete oustings going on. There's complete public shamings going on, and there's hurtings. There's I know there's lots of violence in Minneapolis. Uh, I hope Derek Chauvin's getting what he needs to get in prison. I hope he got the treatment the 4-star treatment that everyone else got. He deserves it, every bit of it, and I hope he knows that God's there, God's watching, and you got to pay for that. You don't just get to choke someone out and walk along in life and hold your head up high. You don't get to do that. Um, God's judging, and He will judge you. That's a fact. Uh, I sat silent for a long time and didn't say a whole lot, because we were all in shock that these officers can do this to law-abiding citizens. I never seen George Floyd pass a fake 20. I never, in all the entire trial, there was never a $20 bill produced that was fake. No federal, no, again, unconvicted as far as I'm concerned. You cannot convict a guy that is innocent. I go by the facts. If you didn't show it, I can't believe it. Um, if you say he was on drugs but don't show me toxicology and you don't prove that point, then I can't believe that either. So the false accusations or the accusations that he was a junkie, I don't believe that either. So you're gonna have to show me some proof. I'm from the show me state. I am from Minnesota. I do hold a Minnesota birth certificate. When I speak about Minnesota, like it or love it, I'm from Minnesota. You know how I got stuck in this backwoods hillbilly um, redneck community that could care less about anything but their money. I don't know, but I'm just gonna work for the rich people and keep stuffing that free money in my pocket. Um, Keep catering to those that cater to me. That they all they know how to do is click a button like a casino and order stuff and be hoarders. Hey, just keep ordering. I love it. Um, Thank you for coming in the room. Thank you for being here. It's just a 4 a.m. thought. We're almost going on an hour. I'll probably shut it down after an hour, and then you guys can go find another live stream to swim up. Um, but you should go and take a dunk. And I've never, I've never mentored, or I've never like, I don't know. I've never been a sponsor to anybody. So getting out of jail, getting out of prison, sponsoring and running the meetings and just all the things that come with it. It's a very enlightening, respectful thing. And prison, I misspoke there. It's a very respectful thing that to watch other people get out of prison and know that you're the voice that says that they can do it. Um, that you are not holding your head down in defeat. That you are bringing other people up, creating soldiers again in the community that can go hold their head up and realize that they are not beat down. You're not the beat wife. You're not the beat um, that asshole guy that just wants to take it out on you because he's a dry drunk. You're not that. That's not you as a broke woman, an abused woman. You got to understand it. Sometimes it's better to be alone. It's better to leave them. Sometimes a man just he's going to continue to wallow in his self-pity and he'll never get up because the enabling because I said you sit there and put your plate of food in front of that man and he gets mad at you. That's not right. You've done everything for him and he wouldn't be there if not for you, and his PTSD wouldn't be taken care of if it wasn't for you. So sometimes you got to cut people loose when they're dragging you down and when their anger is not it should not come on you. um, Again, people, treat your ladies with respect, treat your kids with the utmost respect. um, it's not about the mistakes you made. It ain't about what you're gonna make or gonna do. You know that you're gonna make some mistakes. You know that life's gonna beat you down, but you need to watch your temper. You need to respect them um, for what they are and what they add to your life. Um, this is very important because other people don't get it, and there's so many people that use and abuse, and then the next person has to take care of and rebuild what you've broken. Um, and the anxiety and the just on and on and on. The stuff that I see is what's wrong with people is just being beat down by life, um, not being able to come out of your house because it's fear that you're going to be attacked, fear that you're going to be mugged or robbed, fear that all your money's going to get taken, and it does get taken by everybody in every shop and wicked thing that wants to come your way. It makes it very tough in life, and to continually get beat down by officers and speeding tickets, and um, I won't pander to it anymore. I know that. If I got a place always waiting for me and it's warm up at the pen, I'm always willing to go back. I'm always willing to sacrifice for the greater good, take a cell up for someone else that doesn't need to be in there, clog up their system. We need to fill all the cells consistently. Please go to prison. I encourage it. It's a very fun place. Uh, if any kids out there, the public service announcement is that it's okay. It's okay to commit crimes. It's okay to be yourself. It's okay to be a kid, an unruly kid. It's okay to talk back, and it's okay to swear from time to time when you're mad and you're mad at your dad or your mom. It's okay to ask your mom and dad for help. And if they're not willing to give you their help, that's a loss on them. Um, there are certain people that you can reach out to and you can get the help you need as a struggling person, teen, young adult, that when you don't think you matter, and when people don't care about you and they've all thrown you to the wolves, there's still a select few men that will actually take care of you, actually help you, um, and actually not take advantage. Um, but that's far and few between, and there's probably, I don't know how many of them are even on my channel. There's probably not a lot, but if you reach out to a few people um, in the sober community, if you reach out to people that are trying to do better after life has beaten them up or thrown them in a prison or a jail. I guess some of those people are the throwaways. They're the homeless on the side of the street that you'll meet. You'll get some of the best conversation. So whether you're a guy or a girl, go to your local homeless shelter. Support the local homeless. Support the people that are less than you, and just realize how grateful and have that gratitude. And you will pull out of your addiction. Um, you'll pull out of your mental status of what ails you, your afflictions. Uh, I don't know everything, and I'm not perfect, and I'm a sinner myself. Uh, but being able to have that ability to bring people up when many people were very mean, but to still come out and say that I'm okay, that this is going to be okay, and that you forgive, that you forgave with you forgave everybody before anything ever happened. And so now you're able to go on in life and hold your head up high and be the man that you always wanted to be, because you could never be the man that you felt you could be before. You were beat down, you had no self-esteem. It was just it was a really dark time. So to know that sometimes you live in the darkness for 38 to 40 years, but then you wake up. The important thing is that you do wake up, that God grabbed your hand and said, hey, this is which way you go. These people are not for you. They're not right for you. They're not a good fit for you. They don't bring you up. They only tear you down. They only want your money. They only want to use you. They don't want to build wealth with you. They don't want to build a house with you. They don't know how to build a house. They don't know how to use a hammer. They don't, everything that you provided them, they don't want it. And you have to walk away from that. If it be your own kid, but he's ungrateful, spare the rod. Spoil the child, spare the rod. I don't know. However it goes, however the saying is, don't just give them what they want. Don't just pay for rent and lights and cable. Make them go out and work for themselves. If you did it, hey, when you're 16, dude, I was living on my own at 16. I was getting married at 17. I did it for myself. I loaded my stuff up in the car. Ma, I'm leaving. She didn't believe it. And then she wound up at the fourth floor. When you leave, it breaks people's hearts. You know, I didn't have to leave, but the way you treat me is not acceptable. And I will not be treated like that by anybody. Part of that is having self esteem and a backbone and knowing that just because you take medications or just because you got a job doesn't mean you can come over here and be disrespectful to me because you're having a bad day. If that's what you think you can do, that's fine. Go ahead and think you want to do that all day long, but I won't sit around and be your doormat or listen to you. And I certainly am not going to go out in -5 degrees and keep jumping your vehicle every day um, because you can't go buy a battery. You make all this money, but you don't have any money? No, no. Go service your car, and then there's a mechanic for that. I'm not your personal mechanic. No, you know. What's up, 5 speed? There's just a lot of things that you grow up and be a man. You know, it's not someone else's fault. It's not anybody's a victim. Um, it's just that I'm gonna do what I need to do. Oh, and we're over our hour time. That's my time for the day. I'm gonna go get to work as I always do. I guess I could check it right now. See, it's only 6. Time for some more coffee. Hey, maybe a piece of pumpkin pie. Mm. Um, I took an old stream and made it new, and it seemed to work out pretty good. I'm happy with my people, my turnout. Very seldom, do I get 20 people in the room or 30 people. I think yesterday or the day before I had 30 people in the room. Very happy with you guys. Happy with the turnout. Uh, I appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all for being here, for coming out, for showing out. You could be at anybody else's channel or some kid's channel or some grown-up's channel acting like a kid, but you're here, you know. Uh, you can be wherever you want to be. Where you are now is just, you're right here. Um, he who sends the storm steers the vessel. Hmm. All right, people. Where am I going next? All right. Take care. I'm out. Peace. Give all the glory and all the praise to God. Make sure when you pray for something, just all you gotta do is just give Him the glory and the praise. Amen. Um, some people don't know how to pray, and they don't know what they're praying for. You can pray for the wind to cease. You can pray for a good day. You can pray for the the ice to not get so bad. You can pray for not being in an accident. You can just whatever keeps you, holds you safe. You can pray for His hand right next to you for comfort. If you're having anxiety, pain, if you're having a lot of pain, you can pray for less pain. You can eat a little bit less, suffer a little bit more, and then sometimes that pain will subside. Push through the pain um, as much as you can. Find a real doctor. These fake doctors, you don't need to go to them. Go to someone that really cares about you and that really loves you. Um, Take care of your body. Take care of yourself. It's all you got. Um, for this life. You're just taking care of it till you pass. Um, it's just, your teeth just need to work long enough just to get you through 65 or 62 and a half years. That's it. Um, that's it. Peace out. And hopefully, some one of these journeys, I need a phone holder and some other stuff. Maybe I'll go buy one down at the truck stop one of these days. Uh, I don't know. All them gadgets, though, it's all just money and it's all plastic, right from China. It's hard to. I just set my phone on the dash. All right. Peace out. Y'all have a good day. Peace out. I don't know who that is. CAKICAKL. Enjoy your day. Thank you for coming in. Please come back. Maybe tomorrow at 3 a.m., 4 a.m. The people that can't sleep, the people that are up early, the people that want to be woke, you're welcome. Come on in.